Kirishima Ejiro in writing letter to Santa. The dome was abuzz with bright light, Christmas music, and decoration on every floor. Class 3A were having their annual Christmas party, hosted by the lovely Hashiro Mina, who made sure that the event was a blast. Even the tsundere Bakugo seemed to be enjoying himself in the slightest. It would be their last celebration together as a class before they graduated, so everyone took the opportunity to enjoy themselves, knowing that this would probably be the last time they could all gather together. "Alright, everyone," Mina exclaimed, flinging her piece of silverware onto a glass to grasp everyone's attention. "As we all know, this is our final Christmas together. By the summer, we all have graduated and set off on our own journeys. And so, with that being said, we still have one tradition left to complete for tonight. The writing letter to Santa segment." Since the start of UA, Mina had set a tradition for everyone to write Christmas letters and pin them onto the dome Christmas tree. At that point in life, where the realization of Santa Claus' true identity had already come to many of 1A, Mina worded it as an act of manifesting the most precious thing a person wanted in life. And so, Mina directed the group of students to the table where paper and pen were set up for the activity. In your 3 years of UA, you had shared love, tears, smile, fear, and everything in between. You couldn't imagine life without any one of your classmates, and you felt blessed enough with everything positive going on in your life right now. You had nothing to ask for, in all honesty. Everything you had wanted in your adolescence had come to fruition, and therefore, you had trouble finding something to write. "Hey, what you thinking on, Pebble?" Kirishima's voice reached your ears, making you turn your head to the red-haired boy. I don't know what to write," you told him honestly, resting your cheek in your hand. You were perhaps the most thankful for Kirishima, your boyfriend of 2 years, and who you believed would be the love of your life. Coming into UA, you were not the most optimistic kid, and you had barrier built up to protect your damaged heart. Kirishima, staying true to his nature, proceeded to bulldoze each and every one of your barrier, showing you a genuine love and real happiness that you had only seen in movies and read in books. "Wanna see what I wrote?" Kirishima replied with a sly smile. You nodded, leaning over his bulky arm to read what he had written on his paper. "Forever and always Class 1A? It's happy, but this is our last year," Kirishima confessed. "I'd hate to see us all forget each other after graduation. We've been through hell and back together. Something's gonna show for that, right?" You nodded to his word, taking them in. It was right, after all. You probably would never have another class like 1A, and there were several people who already had set position after graduation. It was a high possibility, but in knowing your class for 3 years, you had a feeling that it would be hard to let go of one another. "Well, I guess that's one thing I'd like for Christmas, but other than that, I've got everything I wanted," you said. "Really? Like, everything? Yeah, I mean, I've got amazing friends, I've always got good food, a job right after graduation." You tread your word, gazing into Kirishima's eyes. His orbs did the same, holding an immense amount of love and adoration for the woman in front of him. "And the kindest, sweetest, and most compassionate, the love of my life." Kirishima smiled, the brightest smile his cheeks could hold, her baked cheeks flushing pink from your word. "Damn, Pebble, you got me there." It was evident that he was embarrassed, but it didn't stop him from swooping in and stealing a kiss from your lips. As if on cue, you could hear Bakugo raging on his side. "Get a fucking room, you disgusting piece of shit!" With a smirk, you put Kirishima down for a longer kiss, flipping off Bakugo in the process. Yep, you definitely had everything you wanted. Midoriya, Izuku, and snowed in. You were spending the day with Midoriya, as it was going to be your last day in Musutafu for winter break. You were going back home to visit your family for the holidays, and they were a few cities away. You wouldn't see Midoriya for a good few weeks, which upset the both of you. Currently, the two of you were up in your room, watching a movie and cuddled up on this bed. You made commentary on the movie here and there, either about how shitty the special effects were or the storyline. Sometime during the middle of it, Inko knocked on the door. Midoriya gave her the okay to enter, and when she did, both of you instantly looked the sad look on her face. Listener dear, you might want to come downstairs. The weather forecast is on. A bit confused, you and Midoriya followed the green-haired woman downstairs to view the forecast displays on the television. The weatherman spoke of a harsh snowstorm that was hitting Musutafu at very high wind. All flights had been cancelled for the safety of the passengers. Oh, no, this can't be happening, you muttered. Your heart sunk. You had been planning this trip since Halloween, since you hadn't seen your family in so long. Everything was checked out and ready to go that morning. You even bought that suitcase with you to Midoriya's house so that you wouldn't have to waste time going back to the dorms to get your belongings and race to the airport. Midoriya noticed your sudden mood drop and linked an arm around your waist, pulling you into a much-needed hug. He hated to see his love hurting, and he knew how excited you were to see your family again after months of video calling and texting. He looked up at Inko, and the two shared a sympathetic gaze. Listener dear, I know you may not... Listener dear, I know it may not be the same, but... Inko began, unsure of her words. Midoriya encouraged his mother to continue while you turned to face the woman in his embrace. You're more than welcome to stay with us. It'd be a hassle to get back to the zone with the amount of snow that's being predicted to fall. Inko had practically considered you her daughter now. You had made Midoriya so happy in the few months you two had been dating, and seeing the change in her son made her just so happy. You were family now. Maybe not by blood or yet by marriage, but you were like another child she was obligated to care and protect. Hey, it'd be okay, listener, Midoriya added on. You can stay with us. Mom would definitely make sure you're taken care of. We're family too, you know. After a moment of thought, you nodded in agreement to the proposal. Inko, in a rush to cheer up the atmosphere, offered to make hot chocolate for the three of you while you called your family to deliver the bad news. She's really bummed out about it, Midoriya said softly, coming into the kitchen where his mom was. He leaned against the counter while the other woman finished the hot chocolate. Well then, we should try and get her spirit up, right? Inko replied in a positive tone, gathering the tray of mugs with the hot chocolate to the coffee table in the loft. Midoriya followed her. Mom, thanks for letting listeners stay here and... Oh, shush, don't thank me for anything. Inko cut Midoriya off mid-statement. She's practically my daughter already. Plus, you'd have to be a villain to let a child go outside in that snow, struggling just to make it home down the street. Wait, daughter? What is supposed to mean, Mom? Midoriya asked frantically, feeling the red hot hate crawling up his neck from his mother's words. Before Inko could reply, you had come out of Midoriya's room, finished talking to your parent. Oh, great timing. We were just thinking about playing a game. Inko chirped, hoping that the mention of the game would help lighten everyone's spirit. Wait, we were? Yes, Izuku. Can you get the card game box for me, please? Fast forward an hour later, and the three of you are nose deep in an intense game of Truth or Dare. It was you who had told Midoriya to pick Dare, and hesitantly, he picked up a red Dare from the stack. When you saw his mouth hang open in shock, you knew he had scored big time. Revel something you never told your parent. Was what Midoriya read from the card, and you sat up in your seat, ready to see what would the boy perform his thing of things I never told Mom. Oh, I'm so ready for this one. Inko looked so confused, wondering what secret could her son have kept from her. She knew he was a teenage boy, and that teenagers are bound to keep secret from their parents, but she had believed her precious Izuku to be an open book to her. Finally, after what seemed like hours of shocked embarrassment and breath-holding, Midoriya spoke. Remember the entrance exam? Remember the entrance exam when I said I only broke a couple of fingers? Yes. Inko nodded. You came home with bandage wrapped all around them, and I didn't think much of it. Why? You struggled to hold back your laughter while Midoriya struggled to get the word out without worrying his poor mother to death. He already did that on an even more daily basis. What happened was... He broke his entire body. Listener, Izuku, I can explain. Mom, wait. Your laughter finally spilled through your lips as you watch Inko go off on her son for his recklessness. And Midoriya shrank from his mother, obvious irritation. Of all the audacity Midoriya had, he dared to keep that big of a secret from his mother. How dreadful! Your laughter died down as you continued to watch the scene before you. Inko was right. They were family to you. They were the best non-blood related family you could ever have. And you would do your best to make this time with them last with laughter and cheer that will last through the rest of the year.